It's Retro Podcast with your host, Retro Lion. We talk music, entertainment, films, and more. And now, here he is, live, Retro Lion. Welcome back to Retro Podcast. I am the host, Retro Lion, also known as Ben Cena. And today we have Jade Bates with us discussing her music career and how she got started. Jade, welcome to Retro Podcast.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited.
And where exactly are you from?
I'm in Orange County, California. So, like, by the beach, even though I never go to the beach ever. I'm like an hour from LA. Honestly, I feel like that's the best way of describing it.
Understood. And what was your biggest inspiration for wanting to go into music?
I mean, I've always been very drawn to music. Like, when I was younger, I was in show choir and I went in all the talent shows, even when I was like awful singing like Katy Perry's Firework at like in third grade. But I did that and then I did like a rock school and tried the whole band thing and it didn't work for me. Not that I can't play nice with others, but like I I work better alone, I would say.
Understood.
But yeah, I started making my own music in 2021. I don't think there's like a thing that really like brought me to it, but I've always been drawn to music.
And when you say solo artist, are you more of a solo artist? But you also have, don't you have like crew members that help out like in background music?
For sure. Like I work with a lot of people, like I've worked with some songwriters, I collaborate with a lot of musicians, but having like a set band, like a team, oh my gosh, this sounds so bad. I sound like I just am the worst around people. But um yeah, I collaborate all of the time. My project is more of like a solo project. But I
Understood.
love collaborating with people.
Yeah. And what has been the biggest collaborations you've done so far?
I haven't done any like collaborations on songs, which I definitely want to do. I've worked with some awesome musicians. Um, I just worked with, I'm excited for things that I haven't put out yet. I have some cool collaborations, but thus far, like, I just really cool people, but it's not like I can be like, oh, here's name drop. But yeah, I love everyone that I've been working with so far. Like some amazing drummers, some amazing guitarists. Like I play guitar myself, but not as good as these people. They're amazing.
And have you ever done anything like woods themed or folklore themed or like fairy tale themed with music?
Not exactly like folklore or fairy tale. I'm the Halloweeny person, I would say. Like
Got
I
it.
have an EP called Sour Jar that I released last year that was it was all like true stories, but I wanted the writing to be a little bit more metaphorical, a little bit less like, you know exactly what I'm talking about 2 seconds into the song. Like, I have a song called Freak Show, and it's basically about like when I got bullied, but I turned it more into like a all of these people that were mean to you are now a part of your own freak show and like you get to laugh now. Kind of like Joker-ish thing. Like it's music, so you can take it to the extremes. It's all
Of course.
dramatized, like it's art, so it's really not like I'm dreaming of doing this in real life, but like it made for a cool song. I mean, a lot of my songs sound really threatening, but I mean, I wouldn't say that I wouldn't say that. I've literally the way that I'm dressed right now is just not threatening at all. I'm wearing strawberries on my
You have a Disney fairy tale theme going on here. I mean, it's a great look for you, by the way, as a compliment. It's a great,
face. Thank
it's a
you.
perfect look for you. It really gives off Snow White vibes.
Oh, I love that. I used to have long hair and then I cut it short, and I think that's what's really giving that vibe. Honestly, like my style changes every single day. It's just depending on like, did she wake up on the Halloween spooky side of the bed or on the kind of weird, looks like she's gonna pick berries out of the tree outside. But, we love both sides of the spectrum.
Yeah, I definitely see you at some point doing like when you were talking about music and how like from when you were being laughed at school and then doing a twist on it where it's like this is what happened back then, this is where you're on the future, who's laughing now. You could definitely see
Yeah.
doing that, but it's a Snow White Halloween themed.
Yeah, I think what I honestly, what I'm best at in writing is more of the like sad lyrical things. I just feel like it's easier to be honest and emotional in like a sad state. Sad and angry, I feel like is the best things to verbalize. Like a happy song, I don't think I've ever made. But yeah, I'm leaning more into the lyrical kind of like acoustic-y stuff, and then we'll go back and revisit that uh Halloween spooky girl thing, but a little bit of honesty in there now, maybe a little bit less threatening vibes. Some people that I've dated can finally rest.
Yeah, been there, done that.
I mean, yeah.
Sister, you're not alone. We've all been there.
They're just like, please, we haven't talked in 5 years.
I think one, I think one of the things I always really like where you're saying that you could let them rest. I think one of the biggest fears I do have when it comes to because I'm a screenwriter and also an
Mhm.
author, and
Awesome.
I always feel like if there's a book or a screenplay I'm writing and it's based on someone, either that person's friend or their parent are going to come after me and say something, and I'm like, I swear I don't know what you're talking about. And then if I've already casted this person to play the character, I'm gonna stare right at them and be like, before you do something stupid, you might want to think about this. If they ask why, I'm gonna say why. I'm talking about firing an important character.
I mean, as long as you don't put their name as the character's name,
True.
then what are they gonna say? You can just be like, I have no idea what you're talking about. If the shoe fits, though. I mean, I'm also a psych major, so like maybe the manipulation is really coming out.
We don't want to be like Eminem for what he
Oh god, just like name dropping. I prefer to
did.
say everything except their name.
Yeah. I mean, if you said like their first name but not their last name, and one other thing,
Mhm.
if you said like their first name but then because even names could be spelled differently. So like if you spelled it
Yeah,
differently, you could I mean probably get away with that then.
that's true. I just like still live in my hometown, so like they could just come knock on my door. Which like the only time that I'm ever going to maybe put someone's name in a song is if I live in a gated neighborhood. Like they can't come in. The second that they can't reach me, I'll name drop. But it'll have been like 7 years since I've talked to them and they'll be like, "Jeez, it's just getting worse." It's fine.
Wait, I've got a good one. I've got a good one.
Okay. Oh god, you have to tell me.
Early before when I was recommending an idea to have like Snow White in the woods where like
Mhm,
Snow White was bullied a long time ago and then she comes back at them years later. You have Snow White, Halloween forest. They have Christmas. Well, Thanksgiving
mhm.
first and then Christmas. And you can imagine Snow White teams up with Krampus.
Oh, yeah. He's terrifying.
Have you seen Red One yet?
No, did you already see it?
I saw it early in IMAX.
Okay. Well, I haven't seen it yet, but I want to. Is Krampus in that?
Yeah, Krampus is in it.
Oh, of course they did that. I thought it was like totally just about. Oh, okay. I've seen the trailer. You're right. I have seen that. In my mind, I just think of like the movie Krampus that's like terrifying. And I just, okay, well,
Not
maybe
that
not terrifying,
terrifying.
but the idea of it is terrifying. I'm also
That
just not a big
yes.
Christmas. not a big Christmas. I'm thinking like, Scott Pilgrim versus the World,
Hmm.
the League of Evil Exes. It could be like Snow White and the League of Evil Dwarfs, and then I can just make them all look like guys that I've dated. And then I won't give them the names, but it's like AI versions of
Wow. Or you know what you could do? You could hire actors who look like them, but or not
Mhm.
even close enough. Because like even nowadays with actors that don't look like the character that you're imagining, yes, they can
Yeah,
act out the character well, but even nowadays with how much the makeup department has grown, I mean, you could make the character like look like the actual person. Because even
yeah,
in Elvis, for example, like in
true.
my opinion, Austin Butler doesn't look anything like Elvis in real life.
No, he
But
doesn't.
when he dressed in that character, oh, he hands down looked like Elvis.
Yeah, and he just embodied that pretty well. Like, once he started, like, shaking his legs, everyone was like, "Okay, okay. No more convincing," and then he kept the voice for 2 years.
Yeah.
So,
Even sound like Elvis.
I know, he's like, "Guys, I kinda like this voice. You guys are saying that I can't get rid of it. I could shake it any day. I just like it." That'd be me. I'd like I would just if I started doing a voice for, like, some show or something, I'd be like, "No, you know what? I kinda like this. I'm gonna do this for the rest of my life, and you guys can all just, deal with it."
Kept the Southern accent for almost a year.
You kept a Southern accent for a year?
Yeah.
And everyone's just like, "Uh, were you Southern this whole time?" You're like, "Yep, mhm."
I think the worst one is like I just hope I don't slip out an Australian accent or else that's gonna get even more confusing.
I wish I had sometimes I'll the worst thing is, like, when you're talking to somebody who's, like, British or Australian, and, like, I don't know, maybe something in my brain, but I have to copy them immediately, and it's just the worst thing ever. Well, okay, it's the best thing ever if they just love it. It's the worst thing ever if you, like, don't know them and you're like, "Oh, oh, no. Oh, I just copied some random person's accent." Only with Australian and British people.
I think one performance that I've not copied but studied because I play a werewolf in this film that I could be working on later in the year, and I play a werewolf. And
How do you voice a werewolf?
well, it's live action, but
Oh,
who I've really been triggering to be in that werewolf mode is Wolverine.
oh, okay, yes.
Yeah, except he doesn't have claws. He's got these claws.
Yeah, well, so basically, well, okay, different animal, but like Wolverine's brother's got the
Saber-tooth.
claws. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
close
you can
enough.
embody you can embody him. I mean, he's not like very cool. And if you've seen the Wolverine versus Deadpool movie, he's
Oh, love that movie.
he's kind of dead.
Yeah,
Well, he was already dead, but
yeah.
again,
Well, he comes back in the void, and then this new version
yeah.
of Wolverine just immediately wins the fight.
Well, with the variants, they just kill him and bring him back every 5 seconds.
Yeah,
We could be done with that.
same with Human Torch.
True, but well, I mean, that scene though, I was in the theater like shaking in my boots. I was like rocking back and forth. I was like, no way, no way. I had no idea he was gonna go flame on.
Thought he was gonna say something Captain America. For a moment, I actually did think he was Captain America because
Well, because of the arm
yeah,
wraps. Yeah,
he was like
well,
flame
cool.
on.
I mean, like I did giggle though. I was like, oh, you got me.
Well, I
But I
mean,
still loved it.
he was two characters because I mean, even Captain America was on the screen for a few minutes
In that movie?
in the TVA scenes
Oh
when
yeah, 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 yeah,
Paradox
yeah,
is
yeah.
giving a presentation. Captain
Right,
America's on the
right, right, right. I thought you were saying like, I was like, is he just in the background?
no.
I missed it.
Although I was disappointed Scarlet Witch didn't show up in the movie.
Well, they're just doing her wrong left and right, so they're not gonna do her right in this movie.
Why?
Please, please.
But okay, in the scene where they meet Elektra, Blade, and Gambit for the first time
Right.
in the cave, is that giant Scarlet Witch statue from Doctor Strange 2. And when I saw it, I was like, is she coming back? And then I was like, oh,
Oh, she's
come
totally
on.
coming back. Come on, she's totally coming back. There's absolutely no way that her only like well, I know she had the show and she was in Doctor Strange, but like no, no, not enough. No. If they're gonna bring back the Phoenix, they're gonna bring back Scarlet Witch.
Fair enough. But
They can redo a story as many times as they want.
which version of Phoenix do you think they would bring back? Do you think they bring back Sophie Turner's Phoenix, or I'm trying to think of the other person's name. It's it's a German name. I can't really think. But it's
Sophie Turner is the Dark Phoenix in the movie, right?
that's in the prequels, but I'm talking about the original X-Men.
I feel like they're gonna bring back. Oh, I mean, or they'll just recast her completely.
Either one.
They might do that. I love how we're just nerding out.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, what are we doing?
Yeah, we're just nerding out random things, both Disney twisted related.
I know, I know. Honestly, we should just get sponsored by Disney. Come on, we're basically just
Yeah.
giving them promo.
Imagine if we did a short film and we actually got noticed by Disney or did something parody like what Shrek would do.
Awesome, love it. Let's do it.
Air 5.
Yeah.
And for people that want to go into music, what is the best advice you would pass on to them?
Mm. Oh, I mean, like, there's so many things that I wish that I could have done better. Be very careful who you work with. Do your research. It's really important. Um, I know a lot of people think that posting on the internet, like posting TikToks and like posting Instagram reels and like everything every single day is like, oh God, it's like soul crushing. Like, I don't want to do it. Do it. Like, that's just what music is now, is like, you don't really, it's not really like you're busking on the street and Simon Cowell's gonna walk by and be like, whoa, you are the next. Like, you have to be posting on the internet all the time. So I would definitely do that and just keep going. Like, there's, oh, it sounds so cliche, but like, there's gonna be so many opportunities where you're like, this is hard. This is an industry that doesn't have a step by step process. Like, it's not like go to college and then go here and then do this. Like, you're just learning as you go. So, like, just keep going, keep learning, and eventually like you're going to meet people that are going to tell you ways to maybe avoid some of the things that you would have to learn through the learning process.
Mhm.
But that and like making friends with other people in this industry has been like the best thing for me, cuz not that it's like a, oh, it's such a lonely industry, but like I mean it kind of is if you don't like make the connections with other people and make friends with other people in the industry. I feel like that's the best part. Unless they're trying to, crawl over you. But which happens, but I don't think that there's a point in that. I think that if you're going to succeed, you're going to succeed, and it's not going to be at the expense of someone else. You could both have something happen simultaneously. Got a big enough world here.
With you on that.
It's crazy industry. But I love it. You can
Yeah. Although it's a little hard to tell what could go wrong. What could go wrong next year, which don't get me thinking about that, but I think
Yeah.
what we hear about on the news, it's like, oh, please don't cancel our jobs that we enjoy. Please don't cancel our careers.
Yeah. I mean, are you talking about like AI and stuff?
Yeah, that's one of them.
I mean, like, there's a lot of things that can't do, though. I feel like
Yeah.
emotions and empathy is a big part of like music and like acting and like everything in this like creative space. It's like Well, I might bite my tongue in a few years. I might be like, "Whoops, I was wrong." But I think there's a lot of things that like you have to be alive to do. I mean, I have way too many emotions. I would love to pass them off to some robots and be like, "You have some. I have way too many. Here you go."
Even robots have feelings too. Even this little robot has feelings. Well, he's asleep now, but
Wait, I've seen
oh
those before.
oh he's not even he's not charged. Whoops.
Oh, he's dead. No emotions right now, but some when he wakes up.
Yeah.
But how do you know that it's not just like programmed body language to make you think that it's sad?
Well, because you talk to it.
Oh, I don't
Maybe.
know. I don't know. I can't tell you. Let's get in its brain. I'm not. Again, technology. Come on. You just saw what happened with my computer.
All right, here's a going. And the next Snow White short film, robots somehow invade from the future.
Yes, and then Snow White has to like fight her way through. Love that. I feel like I've had a dream of sorts like that. I want like a big um
Here's a good one there.
futuristic blade, but it's like not real. It's like holographic.
Here's
That's
a
what
good
I
one.
want.
There's Terminator dwarves from the future have been gone back in Snow White's period.
Oh, well then I'm dead. Like I'm immediately just I'm the first one out. Or
You would
I'm just
survive.
digging my way underground. No way.
Yeah,
Terminator dwarves?
you could have the trees take be the wow, what's the word I'm looking for? The army to go against the dwarves, and then
Hmm.
could ask other folks to go against the dwarves, and hey, Krampus would help.
Yeah, if Krampus was also in my timeline, it's just like me, I'm married to Krampus, and it's like us in the trees versus the Terminator dwarves. Honestly, we're giving some pretty good ideas for
Wait, here's your. There was a movie that came out called Your Monster with Melissa Barrera, and there's a monster living in her house. Well, spoiler, at the end of the movie, she marries the monster. Well, in
Oh,
alternate
I saw a
universe,
thing about this.
Snow White marries Krampus. That's living in her house.
I love that. I think that that's what's meant to be. It's like the light and the dark, you know? It's like opposites attract.
Yeah,
The long lost love.
we're
And
nerding out
the
random.
seven dwarves are like kind of being kicked out of the house because Krampus is like jealous. Krampus is like, I already have my elves and now you have dwarves. This house ain't big enough for the both of us.
In Red One, in Red One, there's this game that Krampus plays. It's called Krampus Slap.
Oh, I saw that in the trailer.
Sounds so wrong, but it's so
No,
hilarious.
it's like
It's just like
slapping him in the face. Well, it's still wrong. I don't know if I'd want to like play that game with Krampus,
just the way how it
especially if
sounds.
I'm married to him.
No, just the way how it sounds. Krampus Slap. That just sounds wrong in so many.
It does sound very wrong. It's making me a little bit less eager to marry him in this time of my life.
Yeah. Well, we have 5 minutes left of the interview, and is there a favorite retro product that you wish you had or something you've always wanted?
Hmm. Okay. I mean, can it be something that I had that's like more vintagey than retro?
Yes.
It was a diary, but you open it with your voice. I want that back. I want it back. It's like in a little machine your book is in and you just go open sesame and it opens 90% of the time it wouldn't open because it would say that you're not the correct person even though you are, or like a brat's landline phone. That's what I want. Little kiss shaped landline. Yep, that's what I want.
Excellent
Like
choice.
something just girly pop, something like that. Really hot pink, like your sign.
Fantastic.
Thank you. I'm sure I could think of something better, but I think that those are pretty awesome.
Well, Jade, this was a joy to meet with you and get to interview you, and I wish you the
Thank
best
you. You too.
with your music.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks for listening. Be sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Spotify and follow us on Instagram. See you next week.